Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tanya's Writing Realm. I am Tanya, of course, and today we are going to do some 20-minute productivity sprints. Whether you're editing or writing, you are welcome to join us. And I'm going to welcome to the stage Story Tyrant. Hello, Story Tyrant.
Good morning, or afternoon, or day, or whatever you're watching.
Yeah, exactly. Because people might watch this later on, and that's wonderful. So how's it going? What are you working on today?
I'm still editing Blood is Black because I actually haven't touched it since our last writing sprint.
Oh,
I'm still editing Blood is Black because I actually.
Sorry, I have my I know this is probably a bad thing to do, but I have my phone up and I kind of watch it to make sure there's no major problems. But it looks like the intro was a little bit on the delayed side, which is kind of funny. So if you're just joining us, welcome to the channel and welcome to our writing sprints and happy Sunday or whatever day it is that you're watching this. Right. So I don't think we have anybody joining us just yet, but I've made some new banners. I'm going to show them to you so that we can kind of keep track on where we are at. So whenever we're doing, because I always lose count and I don't know why, but see, there's our little first sprint banner, and second, and third, and fourth. And then depending on how far we go, I'll just use this one for our last sprint. And that way, anybody joining us will know exactly where we are.
I like that.
And yeah, I am learning. I mean, I didn't do any tutorials or anything with this StreamYard, so I just kind of wing it and learn what I need to learn when I need to learn it. Yes, so today I am working on, actually I'm working on editing a video for Nerdalific.
Cool.
For the budgeting book. So it's still like writing related. I recorded this a few weeks ago and I have not had the time to edit the video. So I'm going to use this, at least the first couple of sprints, as productivity time rather than just editing. So I am editing, but I'm editing a video.
That's cool. That's still work and it's working on your writing. My kettle's top just went. I'll be right back.
No problem.
I think I broke it.
Here. I won't start without you. I'll wait for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, so today we're going to do 20-minute sprints with 5-minute chat breaks in between. And I'm not too sure how long we're going to go. We're going to play it by ear, but I'm going to guarantee at least 3 sprints. And that'll give us just over an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes worth of live stream. So that's great. I'm going to switch back to the comments here. I think someone might have joined us. And hello and welcome. And I hope you have your tea or coffee or water or whatever you're drinking with you, some snacks, wherever you are in the world. I have no idea what time it is for you. So it's, morning for us. So we're just I'm just going to drink some water. I already downed my tea, so I'm good to go.
You have no caffeine?
No, I downed a large steeped tea from Tim's, actually. I downed my tea so quickly this morning because I really needed some energy to get me going. But yes, so I'm going to set up our timer and I'll get it on our screen share so that once everybody is ready, then we can get going. Okay, sharing my timer. Now, I like to use the built-in Windows timer. I don't know why, but, I tried to use this online Pomodoro, whatever it's called, method timer, but I don't like how it just, some people do like how it kind of just switches on its own, but sometimes, you're in the middle of a good conversation and I don't like cutting those conversations short, especially if it's writing related. So I prefer not to go with the automated timer switch. I like to, I like to be in control.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we're just going to give Story Tyrant a chance to make her beverage and get back to her desk, and then we'll start, and that way she's not left out in the productivity time. Because I don't know if making tea is considered productive. I guess it could be. And I think Story Tyrant is trying a new tea. And speaking of Story Tyrant, you should go over and check out her channel. I'm going to just find her channel link here, and put it in, because she put up her very first video. And I know putting up your first video is a little bit scary, a little bit intimidating, and you don't know what people are going to think of your channel or your video. But I think she did really great. And as I told her, her first video is much better than mine. My first video I have changed to private because it was so bad.
I liked your first video.
Did you? Some people don't like it though, you know? I used a lot of like filters and stuff, and not everybody likes to do that. I think this is going to work. So let's just put her thing in here, and we'll put it on the screen. Well, I don't think that's going to do anything for you. You're better off going into the chat and the comment section there and grabbing the link from there. But please pop over to Story Tyrant's channel and give her some support and some encouragement to keep going.
Thank you.
By the way, I love your new banner.
I have a new banner?
Or maybe this is the first time I've really taken a really good look at it. With the sword and everything.
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be my watermark, but somehow it doesn't come up as a watermark.
Okay, I see it. Oh, that's cool. I like how the sword is a T. That is awesome.
Yeah, because
I have this thing with tea. Tea. I drink tea. My name starts with T. Tyra's name starts with T, and swords look like a T. So this is good. Okay. Anyways,
my tea today is Yorkshire Gold.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Very nice.
Right on. Oh, was that you? Ha,
that was me. It was a weird thingy over here. Every once in a while I get this thing pop up. It's notifications, but it all comes as a big mass on the corner.
Right.
Very
all
nice.
Right. So let us get into our first sprint, and that way we can at least be productive. I know we don't have many people joining us just yet, but I'm sure somebody will pop in soon. All right. 20 minutes on the clock. Are you ready? Get set and go. Okie dokie. There is our first 20-minute sprint, and I'm going to put us on our 5-minute timer. Let's just take off this. There we go. So, how did you do?
4 pages, including a little correction, which had a little note saying correct this paragraph, and a lot of help from my cat, from Oscar.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes.
Well, hey, writing loves company.
Anyway, he's trying to sit.
Sorry.
He's trying to sit on my work.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
I think I only got through about 3 minutes of a 23-minute video for editing, so I got lots more to go. Takes a long time to do the editing.
It does. I'm having a heck of a time with my video number 2. You know.
Yeah, it can take some practice, but I'm doing the nerdalific thing. So I have my Excel spreadsheet on the screen with the recording, and then I have my voice line separated. So I'm kind of like trying to time it, and I made a lot of errors. So it's like you have to listen to it. Where when you're doing a video, you can actually scroll and you can watch it on the screen instead of having to listen to it continually. You can scroll and you can watch when you stop talking or when you look away from the video. And then it makes it easier to kind of cut and paste, and then you can listen to it after, and it makes the editing a little bit easier, and you don't have to listen to the same video over and over and over again. But with this one, I don't have a video as much. I just have my Excel screen, so it's a little bit more challenging to edit where I need to edit. But yeah, eventually I'd like to finish this video editing, and then I want to get back into the budget book, and I want to finish it. I know my goal was end of January, but it's not going to happen. So, and I think I kind of knew that when I was recording the videos. So I started putting the note on my videos that it'll be released in spring of 2021. And that way, if I do it sooner, great. And if not, then, hey, I've got another month or 2 months or whatever to get it done.
April?
Till April, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's spring.
Well, I thought I would be able to do my second video in a week, and it didn't happen. I messed up the first recording, and then I changed and thought, well, I should be dressed the same. And then I realized I went off on, well, you know me, I went off like 5 different tangents.
That's okay though. I mean, it's story tyrant for a reason. So it's okay to go off on rants.
Yeah. So my second one is I'm calling it Tips from a Non-Expert.
You're an expert. I'd say you're an expert.
I still have so much to learn though.
I think we all do. I think it's like writing and publishing and everything else is like a continuous learning process. Like you don't know everything. Not one person knows everything about it.
No. And day I think I know everything is probably the day people are burying me. Or spreading my ashes, I guess.
And here we go, right back to the death talk.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
You know me. You know me.
Yes, I do. Quite well, actually.
I write horror because you can't kill real people. And I told this to Barb, and Barb says to me, why not? And I was like, Barb, we're supposed to be civilized. She goes, civilizing poor people.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. Yes. Well, we have less than a minute left. Yeah, so I wanted to have this video edited and published for 9 a.m. this morning, but it just didn't happen. Now I've made this plan. Now, thanks to you for giving me this lovely notebook. I'm using it to plan all of my YouTube videos. Now I actually have a schedule now on which day I'm releasing which type of video. And so now I have a checklist, and as I finish each video, I can, and date and specific date, and then I can cross it off.
Excellent. Bless whoever that is.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Okay, so I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with all the sticky notes. I think if I had like a calendar here, then I could probably like, stick things on certain things. But
if you do want to get a good wall calendar, I recommend the No Name, or maybe it's the house brand from Sangsters. It's a nice big wall calendar, a nice big squares, and pretty much nothing else on it. I love it.
okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I'd put it yet. I have those whiteboard little pads with the lines on it that you write on. I was gonna put them on the wall behind me, but then where would my poster go?
Exactly.
Okay, let's
Oh,
be productive and let's get back into our editing because we're both kind of editing. So, all right, ready, set, edit. All right, writing sprint number 2 is done. See, I like this banner because it reminds me exactly where we're at. Okay, I'm just going to go back and set up our...
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
I just messed something up here.
It happens. I totally get it. I'm going to put our little 5-minute break timer on. So we had Laura join us. Hello, Laura. How are you doing today? Laura is also working on editing. Today seems to be a great day to work on editing. I am working on editing a Nerdalific video for my budgeting ebook that I'm working on. I do need to keep working on the ebook, but I feel like the videos are actually helping me work out my thought process and what I need to actually put in my editing book or my budgeting book. I never know where I am. Actually, where am I? Well, my friend, let me tell you, you are in my writing realm. See, it says right there on the screen for all to see, you're in Tanya's writing realm, where we do 20-minute writing sprints on most Sundays. We did not do this last Sunday. What's that?
Fun stuff. We also discuss other things, like maybe we'll discuss, I don't know, I'm here, so maybe it'll be body disposal, or maybe it'll be, you know, character arc development, or I don't know, autopsies.
Yes, or backing up all of your writing on an external drive.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's super important. Yes, it is very realmy. Yeah, we're in a realm. Okay, so now if you haven't checked out Kent Sean's channel, I suggest that you do so. It is literally called Kent Sean. So
I like that. I like it.
Now he's got this book coming out, and if you want to type in the title of your book, I can't exactly recall what it is, but if you sign up for his newsletter, which is on a video on his channel, then you might potentially get a free ARC copy. So I'm totally going to do that after the live stream because I really am interested in this. And you might be interested in this, Tyra. It is a horror book, stories, and I'm very excited. I've never actually read a horror book, but just like, you know, the way he explained it in his video, it looks really interesting. So, okay. Evil grows in the dark. So watch for that. And I think you said May 1st. I could be wrong. So let me know if I'm wrong. Like mushrooms. Are you saying it felt realmy like mushrooms, or like, I'm not entirely sure exactly what you're referring to.
Sometimes we need to open our minds.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have never actually written one. Okay, so this is your first time. Okay, I like it. March 1st. March 1st. March 1st is the release date.
There's a song.
Sorry?
There's a song. Evil grows in the dark.
I'm not sure if I know that song. Are we back to singing again? Yes. We like to sing every once in a while.
Yes.
Yes. I released a video on Friday night of one of my very first ever recordings. It's an original song.
Yes.
Now I was kind of nervous on releasing it because I know this is like a writing and author tube channel, but I thought, you know what, that's the first thing I ever wrote was music. And so I figured, hey, why not take a chance and release some music, you know, because I wrote it. So if you're interested, you can check that out. First horror collection.
Nice.
So did you like writing horror? I think, aren't you normally like a sci-fi fantasy writer, at least sci-fi? I could be wrong, but I've watched a lot of your videos and I'm pretty sure that's what you said. It's kind of interesting, you know, when you kind of step outside your comfort zone or what you're used to and write something new. It's kind of fun. It's like you're challenging yourself and you learn something new.
Horror is in all writing, Tanya. It's that sense of suspense, that sense of fear that we clench in our gut. It's that guttural response. It's the physical response to the words. You know.
Yes, I like that. That's nice. That's true. I'd like to put a little bit more horror and thriller kind of feel to my Cursed Night, the It's
Yes.
like a dark high fantasy, like zombie elves type thing. I really need to like get back on that project. So once budgeting book is out there, I want to do more on my living undiagnosed book, and then I want to jump into I want to get Cursed Night out. So I want to get my first novel out, you know.
But what about and my brain goes blank.
Elganthus?
Yes.
I know Elganthus is my big huge series, and I just like I want to get another book out, you know. I write sci-fi and fantasy, but I write 20 shorts a year. 10 to 20. I got you. I'm a little bit slow verbally here today. 10 to 20 shorts a year between novels. See, that's great. You get a lot accomplished. I'm trying to work on it. Full-time job, 2 kids. I commute for my job, plus, hockey mom, which sucks because hockey is kind of canceled for the year. We got our notification.
Mm.
The budgeting book. Okay, so my goal was the end of January, and it's not really getting to that point. So I think it may be end of February, but I've kind of advertised it on my Nerdalific channel that it should come out by spring of 2021, and that way I'm not pressuring myself too much in case it doesn't work out the way I plan. But again, it's like 70% written. I'm just working on the last couple of sections, and then I'm going to start the editing process. But I do have a couple of the budgeting videos out on my Nerdalific channel, and I'm working on editing my 3rd budgeting in Excel video now. So that should be coming out sometime today, hopefully.
Good.
So yes, productivity is great.
Yes.
All right, let's get back to being productive. I don't remember how many sprints did we do, Tyra? Did I lose count already? Did we do 2? We did 2.
We did 2.
Okay.
I have no sense of time, remember?
The whole purpose of me making those banners was so that I wouldn't lose track of how many sprints we've done. Like, I don't know why I forget. I'm right here.
I
Okay.
can't say nothing. I can't say nothing.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I feel your pain with being busy. I have 2 kids, 2 dogs. I'm a military officer and a full-time college student. Wow.
Oh,
I feel a little bit less alone right now. Should I go off on my list? Okay, full-time job, commute for work, so it's like a 40-minute drive each way, plus 2 kids, a dog, a cat, a house, an undiagnosed medical condition for which I have like seizures and stuff. And I do have a husband. Yes, I make time for
I was just gonna say.
I know. I've been told I always forget to mention him, so I'm mentioning him intentionally. Yes, I have a husband. I make time for him. Yes.
And
So,
friends.
of course, when hockey is up, yes, I have friends. I have a writing thing. I'm looking at starting a podcast, but I'm not 100% confident in that yet. So I'm not quite there, but I've already picked my podcast host, the name of my podcast, my general plan, but I haven't done it yet because I'm afraid to put more on myself. And I haven't even gotten a novel out there yet. All I've got is short ebooks. So I should really do something about that. But anyways, let's get back to being productive and get some stuff done because that's fun. All right, here we go. Ready, set, go.
One second. Oh.
All right, time is up. I'm going to go back and put on a 5-minute break timer. All right, so we have Better Days Zellers, and we have Mr. Vlandis. Hello, welcome to the live stream. I think this is the first time we've actually had the opportunity to have you on the live stream, so this is wonderful. So we've done 3 sprints so far, and well, I'm not ready to shut down yet because I still have some more editing to do, so I don't know about you. How is everybody else's editing going? Oh, did we lose something? Oh, that was me minimizing the timer. Right, so I have gotten through about 10 minutes of editing in a 23-minute video, which is now down to 16 minutes. Can you tell how many mistakes I've made? So how's everybody else's doing? Okay, we have Laura. Laura has joined us. Laura, thank you for joining us. We have 2 Lauras here, I believe, today. And we also have Mr. Kent Sean, and we also have Story Tyrant. Now, I put you on mute, so you'll have to unmute yourself because we heard some background noise there when you took off.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was wondering, I thought I was going crazy and I was hearing things. I'm sitting here editing and suddenly I hear voices and I hear footprints and I'm looking around like, did somebody turn on a movie or something? And then I realized that, that I wasn't crazy, that actually you were just unmuted, but it was really cute. So thank you for the entertainment.
I went to hit mute. I guess I hit unmute because I must have muted before I, yeah, okay. Sorry about that, everybody.
No
so this
problem.
was for spritzing my plants. But when he starts launching himself onto the keyboard, usually I spritz him with the water. And it was funny because I don't normally keep it here. So I tried feeding him a treat. That didn't work. And so I tried, I had my son give him a little treat. That didn't work. So I went and I gave him more food. He has food.
Okay. Yeah. And you're getting some coffee. Caffeine is very important. I'm so close to finishing this chapter. Yay!
Yes, I know that feeling.
And you're going to finish it today, I tell you, because we've got more coming. I'm not done yet. I still have, you know, quite a bit more to edit on my video because I've made lots of mistakes. Yes. So, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yes. So a little while ago, we were talking about my cat, and remember how we said that he's lost a lot of weight and he's not himself. So we got him some kitten food again. I know he's a little bit old for that, but I guess Walmart stopped selling his brand of cat food randomly, so we could no longer feed him his food. So it kind of sucked, and he just stopped eating altogether, and he didn't like the stuff that we got. So we got him some new stuff, and he's eating a little bit. So I think it's going to take some time for him to get back to himself. I'm at the finale of this short story now.
Yes.
Woohoo!
That is good.
Productive. You can do it.
Yes.
Need to try and make it as dramatic and visceral as possible.
And that is where horror comes in, because horror is the genre of the body where you have a physical response to what you're reading.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start reading some horror to test this out. You know, I've been like, I started reading as a romance reader, and then I jumped to high fantasy, and then it's like urban fantasy, and now I'm just like, I'm just testing the waters. I mean, yeah, I've done a lot of reading in my life, but I'm not a heavy reader, so, which is funny.
The Blade itself by Joe Abercrombie, it's grimdark fantasy.
Okay.
I would recommend it if you want to dip your toe in the visceral power of words.
So, okay, let's just put this in here. What is it called again?
Joe Abercrombie's The Blade Itself.
The Blade Itself.
I believe that's the first book. There's The Last Argument of Kings, Before They Are Hanged, and The Blade Itself. It's a 3-book series. And if you're wanting to read something and you're not used to horror, but you want a more visceral, a more gutsy feeling, and you love fantasy, I really do recommend his writing.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's grim dark. A lot of people call it grim dark because it really grabs you and it's very realistic feeling. Like, yeah. Even though there's magic. Ooh.
And it was good for them. Then the store dropped that product and I had to find a new one. Yeah, it's hard on their system, I tell you, when you have to switch foods like that without giving them a chance to kind of recover.
So that's what I do. I switch my pets' foods constantly.
And they're used to it.
Yes, they're always getting new foods. And right now I think what's happened is there is a dispute regarding this cod fish pate, which I think is what's happening. Oscar's trying to tell me he doesn't like it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's my theory.
Yep. No, I understand. Okay, so I'm going to switch the banner here. What are we at now?
Fourth one?
4? I think.
Are we?
You think by now I'd know how to count?
Look, I'm not much better. Actually, I'm not better at all. I'm worse. Fourth sprint.
I literally I clicked off of it and I made a mental note, and then the mental note just vanished. At least my creativity is still there. My rabbit loves his food. He also demands me to bring him his greens, as I am his peasant, and he is the king of the apartment. I love that.
Yes.
I like it. We used to have a pet rabbit when I was a kid, and I remember him very well, and his name was Snowball. And I think maybe I'm a little bit traumatized because I remember when he was gone, and I think like his head was stuck one way or something. Something weird happened. I don't know. Anyways, let's stop talking about that. Dead bunnies and such. There's nothing wrong with your bunny. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next sprint. Number 4, because we can count.
If we're on the wrong sprint, please tell us.
Yeah, if this is like 5 or 7, like obviously there's something wrong with me. So, all right. Number 4. On your marks, get set, go. All right. That timer is done. And that was our 4th sprint. So we're going to do one more after this, and then we'll call it a day. So how did everybody do on that last sprint? It seems we have lost Story Tyrant. Okay, I'm just going to switch back to the comments here. Yes, so I finally finished the main edit on my budgeting Nerdalific video. It went from a 23-minute video down to a 14.5-minute, almost 15-minute video. So I had a lot of errors. But I guess those days happen. I don't know if you all make videos on your channels, but if you do, you can understand that, well, let's just say editing sometimes can take some time. I'm going to switch our timer back to our 5-minute break. That way we have 5 minutes to give our minds a rest and chat and socialize before we jump into our final sprint. So how did your stuff go? Let's see where everybody's at. Yeah, so now I'm going to go back on our last sprint and I'm going to do some fine tuning and find this clip that suddenly disappeared on my screen and add in some, zooming effects and maybe some music and stuff, and then I'll be good to go, and it'll be on my Nerdalific channel by, lunch or the afternoon. Okay. Oh, my mouse is going in a different direction. All right. Trying to work on my ending still. Not too many words. Did do some editing. Well, that's good. You're almost there, and you're going to feel so good once you get there. The ending sometimes can be a challenge. I have a really bad habit of leaving the ending open for another story. I'm not really good at finalizing an ending in a story. It's kind of like, okay, people start asking me, there's going to be another one, right? And I'm like, no, it's done. And they're like, no, there has to be another one because of the way you ended it. I don't know how to end a story properly. So that's something I need to work on. I finished the chapter. Yay, celebrate. I finished the chapter just reading through it. That is awesome. Awesome job. See, productivity. We can do this. Yes. Yes, we can do it. I feel like that guy off that movie, You can do it. I think it's the water boy. I could be wrong. Yes. So this is awkward. My friend Tyra is not here to keep me company, but I'm glad you're still here. Anyways, I'm going to leave you a link for my Nerdalific channel, and that way you can kind of check it out if you haven't checked it out already. And you'll know how to spell it because, I spell it a little messed up. So, Nerdalific. Here, and copy and paste. Here we go. There is my channel link for Nerdalific. I'm actually just going to spell it for you too, because honestly, I spell it really messed up. Nerdalific. And here it is. Here's the Nerdalific channel. All right. A dark chuckle rang through Daryl's mind, echoing with promise. His blood turned to frozen nitrogen in his veins. Ethereal transformation already taking a hold. His eyes faintly took on the glow. Ooh, I like it. Of the monsters, reflecting off the color correct monitor. You're already taking over me, aren't you? Ooh, goosebumps. You're doing awesome. Keep going. So if you have any tips for me on how to end your story, I'd like it if you put some comments in there because that's something I need to work on. It's always open-ended. It's like a new beginning, or I leave a cliffhanger and there's always got to be more. That's why I never move on to the next project because I get stuck on repeat. I want to show my first 3 sentences, but it might be a little blue. That's okay. Go ahead. We'll put it up there. Critiquing is always helpful too, and getting other people's input. I got chills from the other Lauras. I like it. It's good when the writing makes you feel something, because if somebody reads it and goes like, yeah, okay, then you're like, okay, well, that kind of hurts. I put some extra effort into this. So no, it's good. I like it. So we'll wait for Laura's intro here. Allow her to put that in. And don't worry, I'll pause the timer and not restart the next timer until we get to see it. All right, so while we're waiting, I checked out this website. Now I know that a lot of people are big on this Patreon. I haven't really checked it out in detail myself, but I've heard some bad reviews about their changes and how you have to pay to stay on there. So then I heard this thing on Joanna Penn's podcast where she says at the end, buy me a coffee. So then I realized after a while that she wasn't just saying, hey guys, buy me a coffee. It's check out this website that's called Buy Me a Coffee. And so I did, and I set up my own account. Now, I haven't gotten anybody buy me a coffee yet because obviously it's new, but it's a good way to get another form of income coming in to help support your business. So the thing is, I think it's 5% per coffee, and you can set it like $1, $2, $3, $5 per coffee, and people can pick it in multiples. So if you're looking at other ways of getting some more financial support for your writing, check out Buy Me a Coffee. Hearts and flowers are the last things I think about when I huddle under my covers alone. The vibrating purple. I can't read that out loud. I have kids in the room. So I'll just leave it for everybody else to read. I like it, by the way. Okay. I'm not giving anyone this hassle of telling me I'm not their type anymore. From now on, disappointing. Only being able. But now I have to be careful in how I say this. But cheaper batteries are actually recommended. Otherwise, it burns out the motor. So, in case you're wondering. Now, don't ask me how I know that. I like it. And don't be afraid to share this because this is good. This is very adult. My fairy godmother one ends with the word crunch. Oh, wow. Wow, I like it. That's creepy. Woo! When I started my story, I used the word crunch, but it was about crunching leaves, not bones. Yeah, no problem. Again, I'm not going into detail as to why I know that. All right, let's get into our final writing sprint. So 20 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to switch my banner before I forget so that everybody knows that we are on the final sprint of the stream. All right, on your marks, get set, go! Whoop, whoop. I heard myself. It's funny. Yes, so how did everybody do and what happened there, Miss Tyra?
I don't know. I kept getting I got connection lost and you left the show. So those were two separate things that came up. So I'm not sure if both were connection lost or
could be your internet maybe cut out or something funky happened there.
I just asked the boy that very question.
Did you? Yeah. I was wondering, I'm like, poof, she's gone. I'm like, you could probably see me on the video stream afterwards. You'd be like, and then when you came back, I was doing the same thing. So how did everybody's final sprint go? Did you, I know when Laura finished her chapter and you missed something. Now, Tyra, you'll have to go back and rewatch some of this because we were reading some intros, an inappropriate intro. I couldn't actually read it out loud. I got to the word purple and I'm like, okay, I got to stop reading this out loud because my kids are here. But I think that was awesome and I'm totally open to that. So if you ever want to share your intro again, I'm totally in. Yes.
So fun.
What's that?
I missed all the fun.
You did, but you don't have to miss it because the benefit of being on YouTube is the fact that you can rewind and rewatch it. But for whatever reason, these live streams can take a few hours, if not half of a day, for it to actually process and become available again on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes through and processes it and make sure it's the HD, if there's HD cameras or whatever used. I'm sure there's other things involved than just that, but hey, I'm no pro. I don't work at YouTube, so. Right. So I guess you weren't able to get much done in the last little bit, hey?
No, but I did get stuff done. Yay.
That is good. That was the purpose of today.
Yes. Yeah, I rewrote a scene that was confusing. I understood what was happening in my head, even rereading it, and I realized why it was confusing from the notes. So I took out about 300 words, and it's much tighter, much better, much clearer.
That is good. That is awesome. I'm not quite done. I have a couple of minutes left of editing and fine-tuning a couple things, and then I should be able to get my Nerdalific video up. So this will be video 3 in the Nerdalifics Auto Budget series for the Nerdalifics Auto Budget ebook.
Good.
So I'm almost there, and I still have. I need to record, I think, another 4 more videos before I'm through this. I think maybe less.
Good.
And then I can get the budget book out. So crossing fingers. Yes. But on that note, I think it's time to end the stream. So thank you all for sticking with us and joining us for the live stream sprints today. That's really hard to say. I had to really think about that so I didn't screw it up. Yes. So I'm not too sure yet if we'll be doing one next week on Sunday. I kind of wing it depending on our schedule personally and how I'm feeling. So yeah. So check and watch your subscription feed on your smartphone or wherever you're watching YouTube, and a little window will pop up again saying, "Write with me, us," in brackets. Do you have anything you would like to close with, Miss Story Tyrant?
Story comes first.
And have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever.